I'm just going to do an audio syncing. So
Okay.
I'm just going to do an audio syncing. So
Okay.
What was your name again?
Jenny.
Jenny. Okay. Jenny, take one. And I'll just be sitting here out of sight.
Can you please state your name, title, and company?
My name is Jenny Phipps, and I work for Supervisor Faust for the Board of Supervisors in Fairfax County.
Jenny, what was that pivotal moment that got you engaged in community involvement and volunteerism?
The pivotal moment that I got involved in community probably is from my mother. She was very involved. As children, we always stood around the dining room table sorting papers, stapling, doing all these things for all of her community service, and she just kind of ingrained it in us that was part of life, and we enjoyed it, and we always got very involved. So that's, I think, when I started.
So let's talk about your involvement in the community. Specifically, like, what groups have you been most involved with?
So in the community, I live in the town of Herndon, and I have 2 children, so I pretty much focused a lot of my involvement in the community in youth organizations. Got very involved with the Boy Scouts of America, which was something new. I have 2 boys, so and it's just such a great organization. I didn't really spend time with that group as a teenager. And starting with little boys in the 1st grade, they start learning such great values, and it's very inclusive, and they have this brotherhood that maybe they wouldn't form those friendships in school, and they just become really close, and they do great work. And then it goes on up through, I spent about 12 years working with the Boy Scouts, and it goes right up through high school, and they give back to the community through their Eagle Scout projects, and they have a lot of fun while they do it. They go camping, they learn how to take care of themselves, and it's just, I never realized as a kid how great a group it was, and I really enjoyed that. I've also been involved with a lot of the youth sports groups, which was great. The timing with the swim teams and all of that. Probably the most interesting was being a team mom for the Herndon football team, because there's so many kids that Herndon's an interesting, very diverse community, and there's a lot of need in Herndon, and so I really got to know a lot of kids that I normally probably wouldn't have met, and they were so appreciative of all the moms helping them out. So.
How has your involvement in this organization benefited their mission? Describe the specific impacts that you've made and how you've made them.
So some of the impacts of the organizations, for the Boy Scouts, I was the charter organization representative, which most people don't even know what that is, but you're really doing all the behind the scenes work for the organization, and allowing the Scoutmaster to work with the boys and the other helping assistant Scoutmasters to work with the boys, and then the committee's kind of behind the scenes. So that was a position where I really got to focus on making the program better, and we have a really strong troop, a really great troop. And I'm really involved in the community, and just trying to connect people. That's one of my favorite things to do, is just connect people in the Herndon community with other people and get people engaged that might not otherwise. So I get very involved with my neighborhood and the Herndon Police and different organizations, trying to just gather people together and really include everybody. So
who have you impacted and how?
Who have I impacted? Hopefully some of the youth, some of these boys. We just had probably my last event with them last night. I've been phasing out as my own children have been growing older, and I think I've seen those young men grow up into really great kids. And then in the community, I've got people that somebody put my dog's picture on this mural wall because she was impacted by she said, you've done so much for the community, and there was a fundraiser. So just nice things like that. So I think that's it. So.
What would you say is a favorite volunteer activity or moment that will always stick with you?
Favorite volunteer activity. Sorry, you've stumped me. There's a lot of fun things. Maybe one that was really fun and pretty recent last summer, some friends and I helped with the World Police and Fire Games in Reston, and we just had such a great time because people came from all over, and because I work for Fairfax County, I'd been involved from a work standpoint, but then my girlfriends and I decided we would go and help out at the games some, and we just had a great time and met all these athletes and firefighters and police and first responders from all over the world, and they were really appreciative, and it was just fun. So working with adults that time, so it's fun.
Tell me about the passion that you feel for your volunteer work, and how long have you been volunteering?
I strongly feel passionate about volunteering. In fact, I started working in the position I'm in. I've switched fields from my old field that I went to school for because I just really felt like I wanted to be doing something in the community. So I feel like I found the perfect job because that is really, I work in helping in human services and schools, so I get to do all of the things with the Board of Supervisors that is helping the community, and I meet a lot of people, and then I get to do a lot of community service. So the Herndon Village Network, I started out with that because of work, and I ended up going onto the board, and we're helping seniors age in place in Herndon, getting them rides around to doctors and the pharmacy or wherever they need to go, trying to get them out to the senior center so they're not, a lot of seniors end up in isolation and kind of shutting down and staying in their homes, or they can't stay in their home because they can't get around. So through work, I get engaged with other groups and just enjoy doing that. So.
How would you say that your experiences have shaped you as an individual?
My experiences have shaped me. It's really who I am. I mean, when I walk around town, people say, "Oh, you know her," and I mean, people know me from my community engagement and really trying to make the town a better place and make everybody included. And I just constantly meet people that know me from somebody else, and somebody else knows me from some way, and I just like that, like getting everybody in the community kind of engaged. So I know I said that, but I just like for the community to really be kind of inclusive. So.
Okay, last question.
Oh. Okay.
What else would you like the selections committee to know about you and your volunteerism?
It really is. I feel strongly that everybody should volunteer. I know some people do better with it and can find the time. It's something I want to keep doing. My mother's 87 and she's still volunteering in Arlington. I just feel strongly that it keeps you young, it keeps you engaged. I think the worst thing somebody can do is just retire and stop. I think that's the best time to get busy with volunteering. So I just plan to keep doing it, and I enjoy it. So, okay.
Good, great, wonderful.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you. That was
Thanks,
easy.
that was
Not
good.
too bad. So
Yeah, no, it's
a lot of I'm sure.
I don't even notice.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
Okay.
you were good. You
Okay,
were
good.
very composed.
I don't
and
feel very composed, so
well-spoken.
thank
No,
you.
you are. You're very
Okay. I remember
Yeah.
taking like a